Welcome back. This is Tarot to a T. And today we're going to do an August 2022 reading for the sign of Libra. This is your first time stopping by. Welcome. Sit a while. Check it out. And if you are returning, bless you for coming back. I appreciate my supporters, my subscribers, and without you, I don't know. I wouldn't say I wouldn't be doing this, but I probably wouldn't be nearly as motivated to get all of the ones I want done every month. So we just had one card come out for you, Libra. So I'm going to go with that. This is my way of channeling through the cards, not being focused on them and just letting them come out. Because we're looking at a situation for Libra for August 2022. And if another one comes out while I'm running my mouth, that's fine. I have that happen a lot, actually. Sometimes before I even announce the sign I'm doing, it's almost like my intuition knows, my higher source knows what's going on before I do. Boy, I tell you, as days go by, I suspect more and more I don't really know what's going on. I mean, not on a superficial level either. More on a deeper level, right? Anyway, now we need some cards of advice. We just pulled out a situation for Libra, and Libra needs some advice. It goes to show you that the function of tarot, however entertaining, serves a dual purpose. Because we do want to bring home a nugget of wisdom if we can. This is something to help us along the way. Okay, let's get started. Ace of clubs. You're embarking on a new start. We have the 4 diamonds and 9 of hearts. Something completed. Jack of clubs. Looking at this Ace of clubs, Jack of clubs, this might have something to do with that. The Jack is about being kind of green, inexperienced, not really knowing exactly how to go forth. It may have something to do with that. Or it could be a younger person. We have another Jack. We have a lot of Jack energy, which is, again, can be younger people, or it could be feelings of inexperience, like you're out of your depth. Things are over your head just a little bit, not necessarily overwhelmingly. But this Ace of Clubs does talk about new start and really having a very strong desire to learn new knowledge. Now that could be a skill, like perhaps training for a new type of job, going into a different type of career. It doesn't mean we're talking about career here. This could also be a new start with relationship. I don't know, picking up a new hobby, for example. Like you always wanted to learn how to play the guitar, and now this is what you're doing. But right here, we do have indication of relationship, because we have the 4 diamonds and the 9 of hearts. Now, the 9 of hearts does talk about wish fulfillment, but it also talks about completion. So I think apparently you had something wrap up that you really, really desired. Perhaps it's freed up your energies to pursue this new start. The 4 diamonds talks about a windfall. I'm not going to kid you on that. This is about security, feeling very stable, especially around home matters. And so this is the inheritance card. Perhaps this thing that has wrapped up that was a deep desire of yours was not to have to work anymore. And now you have your free time in front of you. I mean, you have all this Jack energy. To me, that's like, okay, now that I don't have to go work for somebody else, what do I do? What do I do? Ties in very much into this Jack of Diamonds with the windfall. And I don't care if it's, not a huge windfall. Huge windfall is different for different people. This could be like $200,000. This doesn't have to be $1 million. But you're feeling like you're not sure what to do with it, probably on a very practical level, like how to invest it, for example, Whereas this Jack of Clubs is about, honestly, if this is a person, they're very generous and supportive. So maybe you're having a little bit of an inner conflict about being generous with your material changes here, or with your time, and it's all new to you. You're not quite sure how to go about doing that, like stretching yourself too thin, or being overly generous so that this money or finances or abundance that's fallen into your lap, doesn't get depleted. This may be the new start we're talking about, just kind of a new way of living. Not necessarily like learning a new skill for a job, but the opposite of like, how do I live without attaching myself to that employment? Because we do tend to wrap up our identities with that, especially if we did it for a long time. I guess I've been blessed. I don't have an identity wrapped up with employment because I don't tend to stay at jobs for a whole long time. Sometimes for a while, a couple of years, but I don't settle down in one place. I've never found anything I truly, truly loved, honestly. Because I like doing my own thing. I like doing this, for example, and if I could figure out how to make money doing it full time, I'm there. Whoa, you got a lot of sevens here. So we got the 7 of feeling trapped. That's the 7 of clubs here, like something's not going anywhere. It's very possible your employment felt that way. You felt very trapped there. And so this wish fulfillment with the 9 of hearts and not having perhaps to work anymore is a true gift, a true it's like I'm hearing blessing in disguise. It's not in disguise, though. That's what's throwing me. It's like it's pretty blatant. I don't know. Maybe the circumstances of the inheritance weren't immediately apparent to you that you were going to inherit the money, or perhaps the circumstances were tragic, like you lost somebody in your family. But yeah, what it's done is it's opened up this freedom, and you're feeling very inexperienced on how to... I'm not talking about the 7 of diamonds yet, but how to... you schedule your day so that you don't go nuts, right? Lay around in bed, never get up. Not on a schedule anymore. It's easy, I think, for a lot of us to fall into that if we don't have to work. You're enjoying yourself, but, without a schedule, I don't know. I think we can get kind of wonky. Some of us aren't cut out for that. I do know that. 7 of diamonds. Very interesting you got this. This is about warning against taking gambles on making risky financial decisions or investments, that kind of thing. Spending excessively. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, this windfall very much falls into the realm of be careful with spending. And again, Jack of Diamonds energy and experience. You're green at this. You're not used to this, Libra. Good for you, though. It's still a predicament to be in, but it's a good predicament, right? It's like, I guess you were probably feeling, if I was in your shoes, I would feel like I don't have much to complain about. Even if I'm dealing with things like that. I've kind of been in that situation. It was a long time ago, but I kind of know I kind of know that feeling. Anyway, let's look at your cards of advice. 6 of clubs, nice. 8 of clubs, wow. You're clubbing. And we got the 6 of hearts, 4 hearts. That's actually nice too. This other 6, talks about new opportunities and potential for these opportunities to lead to personal growth, whereas the 6 of hearts, I'll just go ahead and tell you right now, is about potentially... I see it as the relationship card for sure, but it's about achieving some kind of balance and harmony. So if you're already attached to somebody, this isn't about necessarily meeting somebody, but maybe reaching a new kind of balance within this relationship, which is good to see that the money is not going to change the dynamic of the relationship, at least not on this, in this reading. We're not looking at shakeups like that, because this is a very secure home life. This is about stability, feeling connected to people, all about the hearts and that emotional energy, okay? You're feeling very secure and protected in your home matters. Now we have the Jack of Hearts. Look at that. We have this new green energy in terms of your home life in some sense. Very nice. If this comes out with the Queen of Hearts, which it hasn't yet, this could talk about a potential relationship turning romantic. I'm going to ask for a few more cards to see if that's in the cards. Literally, if that's in the cards. But it looks like you're already feeling secure that way. And you have the potential for the growth in that area. Oh, I didn't talk about the Eight of Clubs. The Eight of Clubs is about moving on from, I guess, this situation here. Because we're talking about your realm of advice. But the thing is, you're going to have a little bit of a dilemma in terms of making a decision. And I think the Jacks very much tie in with this, in that you're not quite sure which way you want to go. You're like at a crossroads of sorts. This card advises you to kind of take a step back and gain some perspective. So if you feel like you're being pulled into too many different ways of how to handle this new lifestyle, you know, the lack of schedule, the needing to budget and keep your money in, I'm going to say under wraps is what came to mind, but not so much that, but like if you have a large amount of money, just not to go crazy with it and feeling like it's endless. It depends on our attitude. I will tell you, I think having the mentality that your abundance is finite is a mistake. I'm not saying you should go out and spend and spend and spend and not watch the bank. But I think that can lead us back into this mindset of scarcity. You know what I mean? Like, so now your pot of gold is full. And you may be very tempted to hoard it and to act like, if I spend any of this, I'm never going to replace it and it's gone. And you go down the slippery slope of scarcity and lack mindset, which if you're into the law of attraction, that's definitely not a place to be. But you also want to be smart about how you spend it, how you invest it, and not just give your money away. But also not hold on to it with an iron fist. I hope that made sense. Somebody needed to hear that, because I don't even know why I went off on that tangent. But there's your confirmation, eh? Okay, what else can you say to Libra about this situation? So we have the colorized Jack, otherwise known as the Magician card. So I see this in two ways. This is you working your magic in your life, making some changes and shifts happen, but also the universe stepping in. Because the Magician's kind of mysterious, right, in how they work their magic. I mean, you wonder if it's all sleight of hand and tricks, or if there really is the magic of the universe behind it. So there could be a lot of shifts happening to you in general, and expect that, because we're looking at your line of advice. It's just telling you, expect some changes and expect some things to kind of shift around before you get into the groove of, this is my new life and this is exactly what I want to do and how I want it to go. In the meantime, you have this Jack energy, but you're loving it with the heart. The inexperience isn't a terrible thing. And you have this crossroads decision. So that's very much about some more things need to kind of fall into place before you can make that decision. That's what I'm hearing. Eight of Spades. Very interesting. This was challenges around work, but this is moving past it. I think that's your past. Because that's the workaholic card. You've worked hard your whole life. Whatever gain you've had here, and however it happened, however it came about, does not matter. You definitely deserved it because you worked hard. At least that's how you're feeling. And if you go back to that time when you were having to work that hard, it really affected your health in some form or fashion. One more card here before we close it out for Libra. I'm feeling we have one more thing to say. Yeah, that's what I thought. Three of Spades. Interesting. This is a third party energy. It came out on the workaholic card, which is quite different from the rest of this reading if you look at it as in its entirety. I just think we're talking about the past, and maybe this was the past too, because this talks about worrying, physical stress, discomfort, very much in the workaholic energy. I think the fact that it came out on the Magician card, also known as the colorized Joker in cartomancy, you're going to have to change your mindset. I think you're still stuck in that frame of mind of the working class person who has to work hard, stress themselves out, and sacrifice a little bit of their health and well-being to make ends meet. I think that's what this change is about. Not change, it's the wrong terminology, but you know what I'm saying. There has to be a shift in your consciousness about how you operate on a day-to-day level. You don't have to wake up anymore and have the worries that you had, but I think there's still a remnant of that happening. I think that's why this came out over here on this side of the advice. But going forward, you have new opportunities opening up for you. You're at a crossroads decision about how to spend, not your money, but now how to spend your time and energy, honestly. And money is just energy. It's another form of it. Your home life is going to continue to be balanced. If it isn't already, I don't see why it wouldn't be, but it's going to continue to flourish. You're going to have new opportunities in the home life, and you're going to enjoy this sense of security and belonging and this connection, whatever that means for you. And the Jack of Hearts, this is all about, all of this is very new to you. This whole experience is very new to you. And I think you still have kind of, that sense of newness just hasn't worn off yet. So expect to still kind of feel that way, like it's all very brand new. Okay, Libra, well, congratulations. If this fit your situation and you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If this didn't fit your situation, it's a general reading, so toss it out. Come back for the next one. You can hit subscribe and notifications, and you'll know when the mid-August reading comes out if you hit the notifications icon. And thank you for joining me, and take care until I see you again.